Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 18th episode of the Gentleman's Gank podcast. I'm Jonathan,
I'm Pierre.
I'm Dominic.
And I'm Tim.
and if our voice sounds weird, at least my voice, it's because my nose is stuffed.
You should have had some alcohol. Clear the
Yes.
spirits with more spirits.
People whose voices sound weird.
My goodness, someone just got possessed. Speaking of spirits,
I will devour your soul.
All right,
no, Batman was a ghost.
Dominic, talk about Daredevil.
There's not much to talk about yet. It's just pretty much been announced that Daredevil is now going to be another movie by Marvel.
It's what,
I mean-
25 seconds of trailer?
Yeah, and all the trailer shows is the Daredevil logo made out of red lights on a city.
Yeah. So it's Marvel and Netflix, and that's about all we know.
Yay.
Marvel, Netflix, you said?
Netflix, yeah.
Netflix.
I mean, it's Marvel, so we trust them, right?
Marvel, yay.
I mean, they've never done anything wrong.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. They're building up to this point where it's just going to be godlike when they screw up.
Okay, except Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I didn't like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, you're going to hate Agent Carter.
I don't know who that is, so yes.
That's probably good.
That's the lady that Captain America wanted to bone in the first Avenger.
Isn't she dead?
No, they're going to be well,
Spoiler alert!
Bum,
Spoiler,
bum,
First
bum.
of all,
bum.
we never
She
actually saw
is
her
dead.
die, which in movies means she's going to come back as a villain.
No,
That's
she
true.
ends up
Secondly, the TV show takes place during World War II or thereabouts, I guess directly after.
she's got dementia. She's practically dead.
What?
Whoa, whoa.
That was strong.
You weren't
I
giving me a chance to speak, so I had to say something very forceful.
Okay,
Wow.
so fact about the show, fact about the show, fact about the movie. She's got dementia!
To be fair, that is pretty much that is what you find out in The Winter Soldier anyway. Is she doesn't remember half the things anymore. She remembers the other half things very well.
She knows what she had for breakfast, but lunch is just a bit fuzzy.
No, it's actually more if she forgot breakfast. She's
that
on to
was
lunch
because it
and
was
doesn't
hospice
remember
food.
why she's having lunch
It actually was
for
fuzzy.
breakfast.
Because lunch for breakfast is awesome. That's almost as good as breakfast for lunch.
But the Agent Carter TV show is going on based on what happens after the first Avenger, Captain America movie, and before pretty much all the other Avengers movies, where she's founding Shield. Moving on.
Yay.
She's got dementia. That's just gonna be my way at parties to talk when no one's letting me talk.
Glad to be of help.
Hey guys, to hear about the anyways, no guys, I wanted to talk to you about the weather. So anyways, she's got dementia.
Oh man,
So
you're
how's
gonna
that
use that
weather?
so much around Lisa.
Outside. Oh, that's because Lisa has dementia. So anyways,
All right, moving on. Talk about
On the things
Steam controller.
I actually wanted to remember that one.
alright, you remembered it. Talk.
So after going through about 4 or 5 different variations of it, and kind of deciding the reason game controllers are like they are, how they are, is because it works. Steam seems to have finally decided on a controller concept that works, and is going with it. In other words, the Steam controller is complete. In
What's-
about a couple months, when GDC kicks in, they'll be announcing and showcasing the new controller with hopefully a couple of the Steambox models.
Have they
Are there any
showed a
pictures
picture or
yet?
anything?
No pictures yet. Like I said, GDC, get ready, get hype.
Hype, 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 hype.
What and where is GDC for the viewers that don't
Good
know?
question. I have no idea.
GDC is the Game Developers Conference. It is at the Moscone Convention Center for 2015. It is San Francisco, California, March 2nd through 6th this year. And basically, it's the world's largest and longest running professionals only game industry event. So,
What's
Do we have it like a comparison at least of what the controller looks like?
No.
no, they
Does
don't
it
even
look
have a
like
picture. Yeah.
Does
It
it look like a
probably
game?
doesn't look like
Literally,
an
they've
owl
given
anymore.
us nothing. They've told us it is complete. Get hype.
Yeah, that sounds like Valve.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a dude. What if it comes with a free copy of Half-Life 2?
No, dude, what if it comes with a free copy of Half-Life 3?
Dude, that's
Well,
The
the
only way to
that,
get Half-Life 3 is to buy the Steam box.
that is exactly how they'll sell it with Team Fortress 3 and
Portal 3.
Portal 3. Yes.
Pretty sure they don't want to make any more Team Fortresses.
I think they're just allergic to the number 3.
I'm surprised they can count to 3.
Who says they can?
Dear God.
Anyways, also, talking about things being released, I believe you mentioned Banjo-Kazooie has some upcoming news.
Well, not really. It's all just pretty much rumor and hearsay, but pretty much there has been quite a lot of talk of. There's a lot of whispers and hearsay of the new Banjo-Kazooie being spoken of at the E3. One verified developer at NeoGAF making a Morse code message saying BK E315. That and coinciding with some of Rare's composers putting out tweets of a huge year for Rare, alongside a picture of musical notes, not to mention a couple of members at like Beanland making posts of broken banjos and then fixed banjos.
Dude, you know what it is? It's gonna be like the Xbox's version of Wii Music, except with Banjo-Kazooie.
Or just actual banjos.
Oh,
So
you're
it's just
right.
gonna be like how they
It's gonna be
did
banjos and kazoos.
Yeah! And who wouldn't play that?
But really, it's all pretty much still hearsay. But it's a little bit more. It's not as found as the whole Kingdom Hearts 3, where the voice of Goofy is now pretty much said Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out in 2015.
Well, gosh.
I
Man,
hate
wouldn't it be awesome if there was a third Banjo-Kazooie game? It's too bad something like that has never been made. Ever.
Thank God it's never been made.
Do you know it'd
It
be
only
awesome
goes
is if they
downhill
made it with
third.
like racing.
You know,
Can you
it'd be-
imagine if they confused the franchise with like Tip Top or something and decided to make it a racing game?
Also, other news. There's a bunch of people trying to get GTA 6
That's a good segue of a racing game.
GTA 6 to be placed in Portland.
Yeah, one realtor company has decided, hey, we're gonna say that pretty much everything that Los Santos has, we have more of, except the actual city based on Los Santos has about 5 times the amount of things than Portland does,
and less hipsters.
and less hipsters. Thank
Most
God.
of what Portland does have is hipsters.
Why? What's in Portland?
Nothing
Hipsters.
that's cool. That's why they're there.
Are they there because they think everyone's going to invest in Portland before they actually exist in Portland?
No, because
Crack the code.
they're investing in Portland before other people invest because they think it's cool.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to get at, but
you just did it wrong.
You did.
yeah, I just put the wrong nouns
Also, isn't that where
together.
Starbucks is from?
I don't know, but that would not surprise me.
It does explain the amount of Starbucks there.
And hipsters. Did they also start scarves in there and also plaid?
No, I think those started,
Yes, plaid.
and then hipsters became that.
It's actually based
Plaid
in
was
Seattle.
originally invented in Portland and not, Scotland or something.
Actually, it's not called plaid in Scotland. It's called plaid. It is a specific plate for a tartan for a clan.
Yes, well, they're pretentious jerks.
I think they would know better. Also,
It's played that
Starbucks
really well.
is based
Don't
in
forget, they're
Seattle,
not
Washington.
wives, they're called sheep.
You're thinking of the Welsh now.
Apologies.
Fuck the Welsh.
Sorry, you're not a sheep.
Let's not. I don't have a thing for sheep.
So,
Oh, the Welsh are fucking the sheep.
Pierre,
You're fucking
Pierre.
Well, yes.
30 years of Nintendo sales data. Nintendo
pretty
sales
much
data.
In recent news, Nintendo has finally released sales data over the last 30 years of both games and consoles. What do you want to know first?
What do you
What
think I
consoles
want to
sold
know
most?
first?
Pretty much, I have all sales data on the top selling games of all consoles.
What was the 18th worst game to have been sold?
Cooking Guide.
Also, what is the worst selling game?
Give me a second. That one's gonna take me a second. I'm gonna go through a lot of charts for that. Most of them have at least sold 1 million.
Really?
I think these lists are only showing me what's sold at least 1 million.
That's the
Oh,
only ones I
wow.
want you to see.
If it makes you feel any better, there's only been close to 1 million Virtual Boys that ever sold.
Wow.
Closest thing to that was the Wii U with only 6 million. Next to that was GameCube at 21 million, N64 32 million, 3DS at 44 million, SNES at 49 million, NES at 61 million, Game Boy Advance at 81 million, Wii at 101 million, Game Boy at 118 million,
Man.
and DS at 153 million.
Oh, DS is on top?
DS is on top.
Interesting.
Let's see. Top selling games in the top 5 games for GameCube were Melee, Double Dash, Sunshine, Wind Waker, and Luigi's Mansion.
Wind Waker! Go on.
DS got New Super Mario Bros., Nintendogs, Mario Kart DS, and Brain Training. Oh wait, and Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Not very many good ones.
Game Boy Advance had a lot of mostly Pokemon.
Yeah.
Top 3:
That's super
Ruby,
surprising.
Sapphire, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, and then comes Mario Kart Super Circuit. And then Super Mario Advance 3. No, Mario Advance 2. I can't read numbers apparently. The alcohol is kicking in. We don't need to know 3DS because that's too recent.
Why don't you tell us anyways?
Okay. Well, actually, that was Super NES.
Now, when it accounts for this, does it account for all the different types? Because,
Oh,
There-
including XL
yeah.
and all that?
yeah.
I think it's just including those.
Okay.
Because you'd also have to count the DSi with the DS in the process, and that's just not a lot of fun to count. I also have ratio between Nintendo million selling software titles and system total software sales. The Wii had 896 million software games sold. In total sales, with system total software sales being at 367 million. Next up being the DS with 941 multi-million software total sales and 310 total software sales. This chart is very difficult to understand.
They giving you information. They didn't say it'd be easy.
No, they didn't. Let's see. What was the top selling Super Mario? Oh, here we go. top selling N64 games. Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye 007, and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, with the fifth being Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, that's not really too surprising.
No, Super NES, having Super Mario World, Super Mario All Stars, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario Kart, and Donkey Kong Country 2. I really don't care for the Wii, so I'm going to skip that one. Oh, hey, Game Boy. Game Boy's top selling games were Pokemon Red, Blue, Green. That's all together. Tetris, Pokemon Gold and Silver, Super Mario Land, and Pokemon Yellow. Because apparently Pokemon Yellow stands on its own.
Yep.
I like how that list is dominated by like
Pokemon.
all kind. Yeah,
Right now, Wii U's top selling games are New Super Mario Bros. U, Nintendo Land, Mario Kart 8, and Super Mario 3D World. I could tell you the amount of Game & Watches sold.
please
Yes.
enlighten us.
Japan sold 12 million. Outside of Japan was about 30 million. So you get about 43 million Game & Watches sold, which is actually impressive. I could also show you a pie chart of.
No, you can't.
You're right, I can't. It doesn't want me to.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
How many of you actually watched the trailer?
I
I
did.
did not.
Yep.
What was your opinion on it?
It looked interesting. I thought it was going to be taking place more around the Agent Carter thing, because Peggy Carter's supposed to be in it somehow, based on IMDb. But you know, IMDb is about as reliable as a fish.
I resemble that remark.
I mean,
You resemble that, Mark.
I mean, like if you're requiring your fish to swim around a tank, then it's pretty damn reliable.
Not at the rate that they die in mine.
Well, that's just your fault. Don't blame your fish for that.
But anyway, I do think that they asked one very important question in the trailer. Is it alright if we change the name?
Yeah. No, see, that statement was weird because the rest of the trailer was all very, very serious. Like, deadly serious. And then it got to that point, it was just like,
I don't
hi,
know.
I'm
the
a light
concept-
node in this.
I don't know. It just kind of kept itself from getting too serious. I liked it because it kept it from getting too serious. Because like it was like, with a name like Ant-Man, how am I supposed to take this that seriously?
But it was
I mean,
making itself out to be that serious, and then it got to that, and it was just like, hey, I'm not supposed to be here.
And maybe if you can't take it seriously, then the movie shouldn't be serious. I mean, you wouldn't write a gritty horror story about Squirrel Girl.
You wouldn't?
I
No.
would. She would die at the end.
Isn't that how it's supposed to work?
She has dementia.
Oh.
Woo!
I think we have our own running gag.
I
I
think so.
don't think we should. Pierre, talk about amiibos. You're happy about
Yeah.
those, right?
No, I'm not. Not at all. Because I wanted the Little Mac amiibo, and GameStop has pretty much said, Nintendo seems to be saying we're not going to be seeing any more of the Captain Falcon, Little Mac, or what was the last one? My brain is being fuzzy. That's the alcohol.
This is what my problem was with Amiibo when it first started. I was like, if you don't keep it in stock, what's the point of them?
I agree.
They're not supposed to be collector's items.
And yet, look at how well they handled the limited edition sales of the Majora's Mask 3D. I
Yes.
mean,
See,
fact is, Nintendo seems to be really fond of the idea of making things really rare.
Which of all the companies to do that, I did not expect it for Nintendo.
It might also be because they're running out of manufacturers.
Oh, are they?
Like, with the lack of sales in the last couple of years, it might be that they've had to cut corners and cut the amount of manufacturing that they can put out in a single year. That's my only reasoning that can come out of this.
Would they not have possibly known that before they started doing this?
Maybe they weren't expecting so much success.
They're Nintendo. They could put like butter on a plate and sell it to you if it worked with your Wii U.
Yeah, but look
even
at
if
the
it
Wii U.
didn't.
Yeah, even if it didn't work with your Wii U. If it had Mario on it, then it'd be like, dude, I want some of that butter.
I guess that's the entire reason the Wii U wasn't selling well, is because it didn't have Mario. It
Or
came out
because it didn't
there
have
were
butter.
no first-party published games. It came out and expected third-party to just kind of help its float, and it's just like, yeah, no one's interested. We're going over here where, things are selling.
Oh well. Maybe they'll fix it. Maybe they'll re-release the stuff. Maybe
Well,
we'll
there's
just
a-
get the
you know-
cards.
Yeah, I'm not exactly happy with the cards, but
Oh well. If it does the
Depends.
same thing. It's not a collector's thing, remember, Pierre? Remember? Remember?
Wow.
as I recently opened my Captain Falcon amiibo.
Alright.
Like, I received this news right after. It's like, fuck me in the ass.
And that's it for this episode.
Well, that was
Quite the note to end on.
a rather dementia-ridden episode.
Bet you wish you had dementia now.
How
What?
much more offensive can we be? Find out next time.
This has been Pierre.
We'll see you
Dominic.
Wednesday. This is Jonathan.
And Tim.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you
Cheers.
guys.